Hello again. Have you ever heard the expression, we're all created equal, but some of us are more equal than others? Might that not explain why so many people in high positions can commit crimes and they're never held accountable for those crimes? Like Harry Reid, the majority leader in the Senate. How many crimes has Harry Reid committed that go unpunished? How many crimes have many of the members of Congress committed that have gone unpunished? How about the Senator Carl Levin? What do you think is going to happen to him for the crimes that he's committed with respect to turning the IRS against private American citizens that seem to have conservative values versus liberal values? What happens to them? Are they not, as we are, all created equal? But as I said, some of us are more equal than others. It's really a shame that this kind of lack of respect for the law exists. But then again, what is the law? It's manipulated to accommodate the elitists. That's why, if you're a member of Congress, you can sexually harass without having any concern of having broken any legal laws. You can do insider trading without having any concern. You ever wonder how many members of Congress have offshore accounts? We get to hear some of the money that they have, and the amount of money that they have is mind-boggling when you consider that they're public servants. I love it when they say, they've served 8 years, 28 years, like in Carl Levin's case, I think 36 years. In Senator McCain's case, 26 years. Diane Frankenstein's case, the list goes on. They always talk about serving the American people. But in reality, the only ones they serve is themselves, and they screw the American people. That's really what they do. What's really funny is when someone wants to become an American citizen and they go through all the paperwork, they have to learn about how the Constitution works. Can you imagine? They're looking to become an American citizen and someone tells them, well, that Congress, they have a 6% approval rating. Well, you ever wonder what would happen if they were drug tested? Huh? Pelosi with her eyes rolling in her head and her hands always flaring around? Huh? How many of them do you think would remain in office if they were drug tested? And if, having found to be a drug user, you were forced out of Congress? How many do you think would be left? I don't know. Maybe, I'm going on the high side, maybe 100. The rest, they'd all be gone. They really have to be mentally disturbed to do what they do and be able to sleep at night, knowing how they're destroying the country. Even those that don't want to see the country destroyed, they're not doing a whole lot to prevent that from happening. But anyway, as I said at the beginning, we're all created equal, but some of us are more equal than others. It's a sad reality, but it is what it is, isn't it?